Hi guys, welcome to JANEtalks. Hope you're having a good week so far. The lighting in here, I don't know why this morning is terrible, but so I moved around and that's still not that great, but I guess it's a little better. Usually what's behind me is a door and a window, and I guess, I don't know, just the way the light's coming through, it's just there was these two huge bright spots and my face was all blurry. I mean, not that that's a problem, but anyway. So I turned it around, so now you got my kitchen in the back. So excuse the mess, but whatever, it's my kitchen. So I started another new book, and it's called The Power of Now, and I think it's by Eckhart Tolle. And it's so neat to me. We've talked about this before, how things just seem like they come together. Sometimes things just click, and it seems like you're in a routine, and it seems like ever since I started, I read the book The Secret, and I forget the one that follows that. Anyway, I read both the books, and what really clicked with me was the part about gratitude, I guess. And ever since I was excommunicated from the church, I was really struggling with my spirituality, I guess. And it would take a really long time to explain everything that was going through my mind. But in a nutshell, there were things that I used to do that I neglected, and maybe I would have to say I kind of pushed away because according to how I was raised and the practices of the church, because I was excommunicated from the church, I was going to hell. Therefore, that must mean I'm not a good person. Therefore, you know, God has left me. Therefore, on and on, right? And so maybe it was kind of like a unconscious rebellion. I'm not sure. Anyway, I guess it doesn't really matter at this point. At this point, we're moving forward. So I think that what really clicked to me with the whole gratitude thing was being thankful for your life now. And it's so interesting to me that I would pick up this book so close to having implemented gratitude. So I know that I've talked before about things that are important to me and making them part of my day. So I have like a checklist on my phone. It's in my notes. I'm sure you guys probably already use it, but it was kind of a new thing to me. And I like it because I think there's like 9 or 10 things on there that are like part of my day. And there are things that are important to me. There are things that add something to my day. And however silly it might be, one of them is making my bed. I like when I pass through my room to see everything in order. The bed made, the pillows there. And I like getting into a made bed at night. So I don't really know why, but I do. So, that small little 2-minute thing every morning, that's what I do. And another part of it is I read my thought for the day. And again, coming back to things clicking and things meshing together and kind of, I guess, the universe making a point to you. I talked about the book, The Power of Now. So, after I walk or work out in the morning, I grab my coffee and I read for half an hour, and it's always like a positivity, uplifting book of some kind. And so now I'm reading The Power of Now, and it's interesting because the thought for the day today was cherish the moment, and again, it was kind of coming back to the whole, there's the past and there's the future, but the only thing that you have is now, right now. And one of the things that's so interesting to me about this book is how it kind of explains, and it makes so much sense to me, how we kind of become one with our emotions, and by acknowledging them and talking about them, they feed off of that. And so that grows, right? So if you're talking about negative things or experiences that happen to you and focusing on them, of course you're going to draw more of that to you. But it goes on to explain how living now, in this moment, right now, what more is needed? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And it talks about how in times of crisis, people are able to do some amazing, and it's often labeled superhuman things. And the reason why is because they have removed themselves from the emotional mumbo jumbo that is often there, and that clears a whole state that has no inner voices yapping for attention there. It's just you're acting like your mind is clear, and that gives the rest of you time to search through all your memories and experiences for the answer of what to do. And it's interesting because I know different times I've felt that too. Things that I've done that in retrospect, I don't know how I did it, but I did it. And at the time, there was no thought but what needed to be done, and a peaceful feeling. I'm not saying there wasn't fear, but there was a peaceful feeling. And I have no regrets about those moments, not one. I would do the same thing again. And I think it's interesting how when you evaluate some of those things, it makes other things come so clear for you. Fear and worry and anxiety and all of those things that we feel so often during the day. If we can arrest our attention, that can pass. And the solution is in us. It's there. I need to remember that more. So I think it's really interesting how things are just falling together for me, and clarity is happening. I know I've mentioned last year I kind of started writing my story, and I'm sorry that it's taken so long. I wasn't expecting it to take so long, but it's really draining and intense. I'm kind of worried now that it's kind of coming together. I've got it kind of broken down into chapters, and I've got an idea for the cover and the title and things like that. So it seems like everything is kind of coming together and flowing together, and it does make me a little bit anxious because I'm thinking, well, is this too easy or but I'm excited. I'm really excited about it, and I hope that it will help somebody somewhere. So have a great week, and we will talk to you next week.